Right friends, welcome back to Banking Awareness Question and Answer Module 7. We are discussing 24 questions in each module. So far we completed 6 modules. This is the 7th module, and let us look at the first question. Who is known as the father of economics? Father of economics or father of modern economics people call, and he is none other than Adam Smith. Adam Smith belongs to 18th century and he belongs to Scotland. His famous books, The Wealth of Nations as well as The Theory of Moral Sentiments, The Wealth of Nations as well as The Theory of Moral Sentiments are famous across the world. He belongs to 18th century, he is from Scotland and he is known as the father of the modern economics. Right friends, looking into the second question, which organization of the World Bank Group provides long-term loans at a low or below market rate interest? World Bank Group total has got 5 organs. I listed 5 organs here. You can look into this PPT and all the 5 organs are listed. Out of these 5 organs, 2 organs, one is International Bank for Reconstruction and Development. International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, or otherwise known as IBRD, that gives loans at market rates to developing countries. IBRD gives loans to the developing countries at the market rates. But what about poorest of the poor countries? If you look at Africa, several countries are very poor and they are yet to come out of poverty. Keeping that in view, to assist the poorest of the poor countries in the world, because they may not afford the market interest rates, they may not be able to repay back if World Bank is charging market interest rate. So keeping that in mind, International Development Association or IDA, International Development Association or IDA was started in the year 1960. In the year 1960, International Development Association was started and IBRD gives loans to developing countries. IBRD gives loans to developing countries at market rates, whereas International Development Association or IDA gives loans to poorest of the poor countries at low interest rates or lesser than the market interest rates, and several countries in Africa normally get loans from IDA because in the world poorest of the poor countries, maximum number of countries are situated in African region. Right friends, please differentiate between IBRD and IDA. IDA was started in the year 1960 to assist poorest of the poor countries. Friends, look into the next question. DSCR indicates the ability of a company. DSCR indicates the ability of a company to meet its long-term debt obligations. To meet its long-term debt obligations. I would like to explain what is the DSCR, Debt Service Coverage Ratio. DSCR is Debt Service Coverage Ratio. Normally, people establish companies by taking loans from banks or financial institutions. Normally, companies are started by taking loans from banks or financial institutions. But here the point is, once companies take the loan, they have to repay principal plus interest every month. Principal plus interest every month they have to repay. That is called servicing of the loan. In the denominator, what you are seeing, total debt service means the amount required to be serviced every month. The amount required to be serviced every month. And in the numerator, net operating income. Whatever the company is getting, that is net operating income. Normally, the DSCR or debt service coverage ratio is expected to be more than 1 or it should be 100%. If I tell you in the percentage terms, it should be 100%, or if it is the ratio, it should be 1, minimum 1. That means the net operating income of the company. I will tell you one example. If the total debt to be paid, that means a company has taken a loan and every month it is to pay 1 lakh back to the bank. If its income every month is 1 lakh, it is required to pay 1 lakh to the bank. If its income every month is 1 lakh, then DSCR is 1. Then that company is safe. If DSCR is less than 1, it may not be able to service the loan, then there is a problem of running the organization. So, for stably running the organization, debt service coverage ratio should be 1 or more than 1. Right friends, look into the next one. Banks in our country normally publicize that additional interest rate is allowed on retail domestic term deposits of senior citizens. Normally, more interest is given for senior citizens only. Please don't forget, senior citizens will get normally 0.25% or 0.5% more interest in case of term deposits. Right friends, look into the next one. When the rate of inflation increases, everybody is worried about inflation nowadays. If the rate of inflation increases, then what will happen? Purchasing power of money decreases. If the cost of this item is 1000 rupees, if the inflation is 10%, next year it will cost 1100 rupees. At present, if the cost of this item is 1000 rupees, let us assume that there is 10% inflation, then next year it will cost 1100 rupees. But if you deposit in the bank as fixed deposit, you will get 8% interest per annum. That means if you deposit now 1000 rupees, next year you will get only 1080 rupees. But if the inflation is 10%, the cost of this article will be 1100. That means you are able to purchase this item this year, but if you are depositing in the bank, next year you may not be able to purchase this item. So, please don't forget, when the rate of inflation increases, then the purchasing power of money decreases. Whatever the money you have in your pocket, the purchasing power will go on reducing if the cost of items go on increasing. If the cost of items increase, then the number of items which you will purchase for the same money will go on decreasing. So, as a thumb rule, please don't forget, when the rate of inflation increases, then the purchasing power of money decreases. Look into the next one. A centralized database with online connectivity to all its branches, to internet as well as ATM network. You have a bank account with ICICI Bank, you can go to SBI ATM and withdraw money. You can access your account through internet banking, you can do transactions through mobile banking. So, this all made possible because of the centralized database, and that centralized database with interconnectivity is the beauty of core banking. Centralized database with interconnectivity is the beauty of core banking. Please don't forget, nowadays almost all the public sector banks and several rural banks are also into the core banking platform. Right friends? Which of the following are not considered as money market instruments? Money market instruments means if money is transacted for a period of up to 1 year, that is money market. If the money is transacted normally up to a period of 1 year, that is the money market. But if people are investing for long term, if you are purchasing Infosys shares, if you are subscribing to debentures issued by Reliance Industries, if you are subscribing to bonds issued by NTPC, what it indicates? You are investing with a long time horizon. That means you are investing keeping in mind long time. So, if you are investing in shares, shares means you are becoming part of the owner of a company. If you are investing in the shares of Reliance, you are part owner of Reliance. If you are investing in the debentures issued by Reliance, then you are giving money to Reliance. You are giving credit to Reliance, and that is known as a debt instrument. If you are investing in the debentures or bonds, they are called debt instruments, and if you are investing in shares, that is called equity. Equity means you are becoming partner in the company, and debt means you are giving money to the company and you will get back the money after the agreed period. No ownership. So, please differentiate between debt and equity. Equity gives you ownership in the company, whereas debt, you are just giving money to the company and you will get back with interest after some time. That is a debt instrument. And coming back to this question now, which of the following are not considered as money market instruments? Treasury bills, these are the bills central government will issue. In fact, on behalf of central government, RBI will issue, and they are up to the period of 1 year. And look at commercial paper. Commercial paper is issued by high rated corporates. High rated corporates, if they are in need of money for short term, they issue commercial paper and borrow money from market. That is for short term, that should not be more than 1 year. And if you look at certificate of deposit, that is issued by banks or financial institutions if they are in need of money. If SBI needs 1000 crores of rupees, they may issue certificate of deposit and collect money from the market. That should not be more than 1 year, but certificate of deposit, if it is issued by financial institution, it can be up to a period of 3 years. So, these are short term instruments, so that is treasury bills, commercial paper or certificate of deposit, they are short term instruments, whereas shares and bonds are, they are capital market instruments. The first three are called money market and shares and bonds are called capital market. Look into the next one. Which of the following is not a core industry? We have discussed several times, there are 8 core industries. There are 8 core industries I have listed in this PPT. The figures are of June 2014, don't bother about the figures, but what are the core industries? Please look into the picture. There are 8 core industries and they constitute around 38% of the total index of industrial production. If you look at the total industrial production in the country, the contribution of these core industries is 38%. That means these 8 industries together constitute 38% in the total industrial production in the country. And these 8, you can look into the PPT and please look into the next question. Which of the following organization issue the rules of global trade? Please don't forget World Bank, basically for economic development as well as bringing countries out of poverty. When people talk about World Bank, you should not forget that is basically with an intention for economic development as well as bringing nations out of poverty. International Monetary Fund, if someone says International Monetary Fund is basically to sort out exchange related problems among the nations. And if you look at World Trade Organization, that is for the trade. That means to look into the trade related issues. One country exports some goods to other country and one country imports some goods from other country. Under these circumstances, there may be different problems which they have to encounter, and to liberalize these rules and to have seamless trade with limited barriers between the countries, World Trade Organization was established in the year 1995 and it started functioning from 1st January 1995 with Geneva as the headquarters. Geneva is in Switzerland. right? Look into the next one. In CCEA, E stands for economic. CCEA is nothing but Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs. There will be several committees in the cabinet. The cabinet committee will be there for appointments. Similarly, cabinet committee is there for economic affairs, but this is important committee, Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, CCEA. If some important economic decision is to be taken, the concerned ministers in the cabinet committee will sit together and sort out the matters. Right, friends? Look into the next one. The reverse mortgage scheme is launched to give benefit to which of the following groups of society? The answer here is the senior citizens. Reverse mortgage scheme. Look at a person, he is 65 years old. He has one house, no other property. He has only one house where he is staying. He has only one house where he is staying and no other property. How does he live? Basically, keeping this in mind, government brought reverse mortgage scheme in the year 2007 exclusively for senior citizens of age 60 plus. And under this scheme, the property, the fixed property or the house will be mortgaged to the bank, and bank will give every month some money to the family as per the agreed terms and conditions. Bank will give money to the senior citizen as per the agreed terms and conditions, and the person, the senior citizen, can stay in the house as long as he or she lives. And after the demise of the senior citizen, that house will be auctioned, or if the legal heirs comes and takes that house by paying the loan, then bank will settle the matter with the legal heirs. So this reverse mortgage scheme was brought in the year 2007 basically to help senior citizens who have fixed property or house but no other income, right? So this is reverse mortgage scheme brought in the year 2007 for senior citizens. Please don't forget. One of the major challenges being faced by the banking industry is curbing the deliberate efforts of some people to bring money earned through illegal activities into circulation. Which of the following is passed to prevent this activity? There is every possibility that the money earned through dubious means or illegal money or dirty money may enter banks and financial institutions. To curb that practice, Government of India brought Money Laundering Act in the year 2002. Money Laundering Act was brought in the year 2002 and is being implemented since 2005. And know your customer norms, identity proof, address proof, that is basically to prevent money laundering. That means that is basically to prevent illegal money entering organized financial system. KYC norms are basically to prevent illegal money or dirty money to enter organized financial system, right? This answer here is this Money Laundering Act. Which of the following schemes is not meant for investment purposes? Investment purpose, if you look at it, here the first one is a National Savings Certificate, that is for investment purpose. Second one is infrastructure fund, that is for investment purpose. A mutual fund, it is also for investment purpose. The fourth one is letter of credit. Letter of credit. This letter of credit is given by the buyer's bank to the seller. Let us assume a situation. I purchased computers from New York. I purchased 1,000 computers from New York. He sent those computers. That means he has to send those computers through ship. He raised the invoice or bill of lading. If some goods are transported through ship, then bill of lading will be raised. And I can pay him only after I receive the goods. I can pay to the person in New York only after I receive the goods in satisfactory condition. Till such time, as a guarantee, my bank if it is the State Bank of India, will give letter of credit to the computer manufacturer or computer seller in New York. If I am the buyer, my bank will give letter of credit to the seller. That means if I fail to pay after I receive the goods, then my bank will pay that. That is the letter of credit given by my bank to the seller. That means seller should be confident that I will pay back after I receive the goods in satisfactory condition. So, letter of credit, please don't forget, is given by the buyer's bank to the seller. Letter of credit is given by buyer's bank to the seller by saying that if the buyer fails to pay you the amount, I will act as guarantee and I will pay you. That is the intention, or that is the message given by letter of credit. Look into the next one. Prudential norms of loans and advances are as per M. Narasimham Committee recommendations. M. Narasimham Committee recommended prudential norms for loans and advances. That means before giving the loan, we have to look into the income recognition as well as risk weight. What is the risk of giving that loan? The third one is the provisioning. These are the norms, these are the worldwide norms, and these norms are introduced in the banking system subsequent to the recommendations of M. Narasimham Committee. So, the prudential norms in loans and advances are introduced after M. Narasimham Committee recommendations. Look into the next one. Systematic investment plans relate to mutual funds. Please don't forget, that means you will pay every month. You will pay every month some amount to the asset management company of mutual funds. I am introducing this word asset management company. Asset management company is nothing but the organization which manages the money of depositors. Like you and me, all of us will pay to the asset management company and they will use their brain and invest in various companies. Right? Here, systematic investment plan is paying every month some amount to the mutual funds, or the asset management company of mutual funds is known as systematic investment plans, or SIP. Right? Insurance cover for bank deposits in our country up to certain limit is provided by DICGC, Deposit Insurance and Credit Guarantee Corporation. For our bank deposits, I deposited 1 lakh rupees in the bank, and the next day if that bank goes into liquidation, then who will give guarantee for my money? The guarantee is given by DICGC, that is the Deposit Insurance and Credit Guarantee Corporation. This is the fully owned subsidiary of Reserve Bank of India. Up to the limit of 1 lakh, the money in the banking system is insured by DICGC. You need not pay the premium for the insurance, and DICGC will insure your money up to rupees 1 lakh. Right, friends? The drawee of a check is normally the bank. If I am writing a check, I am the drawer, my bank is the drawee. And if I am giving the check to my friend X, X will be payee. If I am writing the check, I am the drawer, my bank will be drawee, and my friend X who is receiving money is payee. And in case of self checks, sometimes you may write check and you may take money back. In that case, you are the drawer, bank is the drawee, you are the payee. That means you are both the drawer as well as the payee in case of self checks. Please don't forget. NBFCs are an important part of the Indian financial system. What is meant by this term? Non-banking financial companies. NBFCs means non-banking financial companies. They look like a bank, but they cannot take demand deposits. They cannot issue checks. And non-banking finance companies are for specified activities. Bajaj Finance, they may finance for vehicles. Manappuram Finance, they may give gold loans. They want housing, they may give house loans. Like that, specialized activities, Shriram Finance is there, Shriram Truck Finance is there. So, for specific activities, these non-banking financial companies are established and they have different regulators. If it is some housing finance company, the regulator is the National Housing Bank. If it is some microfinance institution, the regulator is the Reserve Bank of India. Like that, it has got its own regulators, and non-banking financial companies do specific activities, but they cannot take demand deposits like savings account deposits or current account deposits. Since they cannot take demand deposits, they cannot issue checks also, right? Checks can only be issued by banks. Look into the next one. Bank loan against property requires the asset to be free from encumbrances. The asset to be free from any liability. What is unencumbered property? You have a house and someone else have got right over it. You have a house, already you have taken loan from SBI. That means SBI has got line over that property, or otherwise that property is not unencumbered property. That property is encumbered property. Unencumbered property means no one should have right over your property except yourself. You should have only right over the property. No one else should have right over your property. That is called unencumbered property. So, banks before giving loan look into the aspect of that the asset is to be free from encumbrances, or it should be unencumbered property. That means it should be free from right by anyone else other than you. That means you should be the rightful owner and no one should have claim over your property. That is unencumbered property. That means the answer here is the asset is to be free from any liability. Look into this one. Which of the following contains an order to pay money? Order to pay money is bill of exchange. Loosely you can remember demand draft. What is demand draft? Demand draft orders a bank to pay to some organization. Demand draft means it gives an order to some bank to pay to some organization. What is check? Check means you are ordering the bank to pay somebody. So these two are, you can say, these two contains an order to pay money, but the promissory note is not like that. Promissory note is a promise to pay back money. If you are giving money to your friend X, X will write a promissory note with the promise to pay you back. Have you understood? If you are giving money to your friend will write a promissory note and will sign on it with the necessary stamps, and that indicates that it is the promise to pay your money back. So here order to pay money is demand draft as well as check, whereas promise to pay money is the promissory note. Please don't forget. Interest rates of which of the following is generally the highest? House loan interest rates, they are normally the lowest, close to base rate. Certificate of deposits. What is certificate of deposit? That is issued by banks or financial institutions when they are in need of short-term money. When they are in need of short-term money, they issue certificate of deposit and take money from the market. That is certificate of deposit. So their interest rates not high. If banks borrow at high interest rates, what they will get? They will be the loser. So their interest rates will not be high. Then commercial paper rates depends on the market conditions, but normally for the past 5-6 years if you see, commercial paper interest rates are also less in comparison to bank loans to corporates. But sometimes, very rarely, this commercial paper interest rates can go up, maybe rarely more than bank loan interest rates to corporates, But for the past 4 or 5 years, commercial paper interest rates are hovering around 8% or 9%, and bank loans to corporates, the interest rates are much higher than the interest rates of commercial paper. Please don't forget, commercial paper is issued by high rated corporates to borrow money from the market for short term. If you are a senior citizen and not coming into the tax bracket, you should submit the form 15H while receiving the maturity amount of fixed deposit. When the interest on fixed deposit is more than 10,000 rupees, when the interest on fixed deposit is more than 10,000 rupees, banks will deduct the amount. Banks will deduct income tax. If the interest on fixed deposit is more than 10,000 rupees, the banks will deduct income tax. That is called tax deduction at source or TDS. If you are not coming into the tax bracket, then you can give a form to the bank indicating that I am not coming into the tax bracket, so please give my money without deduction. That form is 15G is for normal citizens, 15H is for senior citizens. Please don't forget, 15G is for normal citizens, 15H is for senior citizens. Look into the next one. Who can issue commercial paper? Commercial paper is a short-term instrument. That means high-rated corporates, primary dealers and all India financial institutions borrow money for short term by issuing commercial paper, and the answer here is all the above. Commercial paper, if the high-rated corporates, primary dealers, all India financial institutions, they are in need of money, they issue commercial paper and borrow money from market for short term. Right friends? Last question of this, which of the following normally have lesser interest rates? One thing please don't forget, wherever security is high, interest rate will be less. Bonds are normally issued by government organizations. There is no hard and fast rule, but in general, debentures are issued by private organizations, bonds are issued by government organizations or public sector undertakings like BHEL or NTPC. So, normally the interest rates are less in case of bonds because of the reason bonds have more security. The interest rates on bonds are normally less because of more security. If you ask me which has more interest rate of these four, the highest interest rate is naturally for personal loans, because personal loans are based on your personal income, not based on any collateral security as far as personal loan is concerned. So, personal loans will have more interest rate and bonds will have less interest rate. Right friends, with this let us wind up this question and answer session. Please do join for 8th question and answer session. Have a nice day. Thank you.